Hey everyone, welcome back to the Listen Up Girl podcast, where I break down the biggest LGBTQ plus stories in sports, culture, and politics. I'm Zach Randles-Friedman, and today we're heading to the snow, the ice, and the global spotlight of the 2026 Winter Olympics in Milano Cortina. This year's Winter Games are officially the most LGBTQ inclusive in history. While the 2024 Paris Olympics set the all-time record with 193 out queer athletes, the Winter Games traditionally have smaller rosters, but the 2026 is different. This year, 47 openly LGBTQ plus Olympians are competing across hockey, figure skating, freestyle skiing, speed skating, skeleton, biathlon, and more. That means when you turn on your TV, there's a very good chance you'll be cheering for someone who is proudly out. And what makes this year especially powerful? We're seeing married couples competing together, fiancés facing off for rival nations, as a historic trans athlete debut, and veterans returning to their fourth and fifth Olympic Games. So let's get into it. First, Team USA, breaking barriers and making history. Team USA is bringing serious LGBTQ plus representation to Milan. Roughly 3% of the entire U.S. delegation identifies as queer, according to Outsports. Hilary Knight, a five-time Olympian, Olympic gold medalist, and one of the most decorated players in U.S. women's hockey history. Knight is making history simply by showing up, becoming the first American hockey player to compete in 5 Olympic Games. And off the ice, she's dating fellow Olympian Brittany Bowe, a speed skating powerhouse with record holder in 100 meters. Bowe is competing in her 4th Olympics. She already has Olympic bronze and is looking to add more hardware while cheering on Knight in hockey. We love an Olympic power couple. Amber Glenn, this is a historic moment. Amber Glenn is the first openly queer woman to compete in women's figure skating for Team USA. She's already made waves by winning major international titles and becoming the first U.S. woman in decades to win 3 consecutive national championships. Presence alone is a landmark moment for visibility in a sport that hasn't always been welcoming to out athletes. Next, Breezy Johnson. After missing the 2022 games due to injury, Johnson returns as an out bisexual skier representing visibility on the slopes. She's spoken openly about wanting young queer athletes to see themselves at the top. And also representing Team USA, Alex Carpenter, Kayla Barnes in hockey, Connor McDormand Mostowie in speed skating, and snowblader Maddie Shafnick making a comeback after a decade away from the sport. Amazing, and good luck to all Team USA. Next, we go to Team Canada, where hockey royalty and queer leadership. If there's one country dominating queer hockey visibility, it's Canada. Marie-Philip Poulin, known as the Captain Crunch, Poulin has scored in 4 Olympic gold medal games, something no other hockey player, male or female, has ever done. She's married to teammate Laura Stacey, and Laura Stacey is a 3-time Olympian, Olympic gold medalist, married to Poulin. Yes, married teammates playing for Olympic gold together. Paul Poirier, an out ice dancer, returns for his 4th Olympic Games. Alongside partner Piper Giles, he is chasing a medal after back-to-back silver finishes at the World Championships. Also competing for Canada is Erin Amorose, Emily Clark, Brianne Jenner, Emrys Mashkemeyer, and biathlete Shiloh Russo making her Olympic debut. Canada's depth of LGBTQ plus athletes speaks volumes about inclusion in women's hockey and winter sports development. Next, we go to Team Great Britain, where we have Gus Kenworthy. He's back after retirement. The openly gay freestyle skier returns for his 4th Olympics. Now representing Great Britain, many still remember his iconic kiss at the 2018 Games, a moment that became a defining image of queer Olympic visibility. Next, we have Lewis Gibson. Scottish ice dancer Lewis Gibson and partner Laia Fear is currently ranked number 1 in the world. They're legitimate medal contenders. Then we have Bruce Mount, the openly gay Scottish curler, returns after winning Olympic silver in 2022 and multiple world championships. Also represented in Great Britain is Michaela Gherkin Schofield, competing in freestyle skiing. And before we continue, I just wanted to tell you a little bit about Shopify. Every night when I get in bed, I start scrolling through my phone, and I always need to check out Instagram to see how my reels are doing for my podcast. Of course, Instagram knows my algorithm, and they find what I like to buy, and I start seeing these amazing products and ads. The worst thing is that when I find a great product and I realize my credit card is upstairs. I also hate having to type in my address, phone number, email, and all the information that a company needs. But when I see that purple button, I have a sense of relief. I know I can check out much easier with one tap because all the information is already saved. Shopify is a commerce platform behind millions of businesses around the world that includes some of my favorite brands like Skims from Kim Kardashian. They have some great men's underwear. It is easy to get started because Shopify has their own design studio that has hundreds of ready-to-use templates, so you can build an online store using your own brand identity. Another great option they offer is a free way to manage your inventory, and you can also ship internationally. I'm starting my online store to sell all my merch for both my podcasts. The last thing I want to happen is to get a ton of orders and then I realize I'm out of inventory. This is where Shopify helps me so I can always know I have products to ship out. See less carts abandoned and more sales with Shopify and their Shop Pay button. Sign up for your $1 per month trial and start selling today at shopify.com/listenup. Go to shopify.com/listenup. That's shopify.com/listenup and hear your first this new year with Shopify by your side. Let's get back into Sweden and Finland. They are rivalries and historic debuts. This is where it gets personal. Ranja Savolainen from Finland says she's facing off against her fiancé, Anna Kelbin, who plays for Sweden. Yes, engage, competing for rival nations. Let's start with Elis, a historic debut. Ludlum becomes one of the first openly trans men competing in Olympic freestyle skiing. Competing in Mongols, his presence alone is a milestone, especially amid global political debuts about trans participation in sports. Then we have Sandra Naslund, returning Olympic gold medalist in freestyle skiing and one of Sweden's most dominant winter athletes. Finland also brings out multiple hockey players, including Michelle Karvinen and Vivi Vainaka. And then global representation expands. This year's representation stretches across Europe and beyond. Nicole Silveira, openly bisexual skeleton racer representing Brazil, competing against her wife. Kim Mielemans, representing Belgium, also a skeleton racer, also married to Nicole Silveira. Spouses, same sport, different countries, Olympic drama writes itself. Then we have Guillaume Cizeron, Olympic gold medalist in ice dance, one of the most decorated figure skaters in the world, and visible LGBTQ athlete for France. And then we have Mathilde Germad. She is a Swiss French-style skier who celebrated Olympic gold with a kiss from her girlfriend on the podium. A moment seen worldwide. So why does all this matter? The Winter Olympics have historically lagged behind the Summer Olympics in LGBTQ plus representation. But 2026 marks a turning point. We're seeing openly gay men in figure skating, skiing, and curling, married lesbian couples competing together, fiancés representing rival nations, a historic trans athlete debut, and medal celebrations that include visible same-sex affection. This isn't just representation, it's normalization. Young athletes watching these games are seeing something powerful. You don't have to hide to compete, you don't have to shrink to win, and you can be out, proud, an Olympic-level elite. And in the time with LGBTQ rights, especially trans rights, are under intense political scrutiny in many countries, visibility at this level carries a huge amount of weight. So what are my final thoughts? 47 openly gay LGBTQ Olympians. That's not just a number, that's 47 stories, 47 families, 47 communities represented on the world stage. And this Winter Games might not be the queerest of the Olympics ever. Paris still holds that crown, but for winter sports, this is a breakthrough year. And that's my deep dive into the LGBTQ plus representation for the 2026 Winter Olympics. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure you subscribe, share with a friend, and follow along for more LGBTQ plus news and sports coverage. I'm Zach Randles-Friedman, and this is the Listen Up Girl podcast, where I make sure the stories that matter to our community get the spotlight they deserve. Thanks for listening.